So were you into entertaining? Were you into theater and stuff? Is that something you wanted when you weren't doing anything? Or were you just sort of...
I knew I was going to do this. I just didn't know how. And I did not specifically think comedy. I thought that I would be like...
Even though you were funny?
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think you could do that for a living. Huh? I just thought... I've always had like... I thought I would be a dramatic actress.
Okay.
Which I still can and will. And I went
there's
to
something
school for
sidebar.
drama.
There's something dramatic about Angie Tribeca.
Oh, it's a drama for sure. I actually was talking to our showrunner the other day, and I was like, "This is perfect for me because I went to school for drama, no comedy at all.
Right.
I didn't do comedy. I didn't actively try and do comedy until after college.
Right.
I went to UCB in New York, and I am using finally all of my
training.
Yeah, which like not to say that I didn't use it before. I think when I did sketch and improv and stuff, but really when I did sketch, it was amazing to have that training because my characters were so grounded and real, no matter how insane they were.
Right.
And you can only really do that. I mean, some people just have a gift, but I think you really can do that if you have training.
Right.
And that's actually one of those things that I'm like, I don't know, if I were going to have a rant, it would be about the current state of the entertainment industry, and everybody wants everything so fast. They want these immediate results, which is also a result of society right now. Everything's like so fast.
Snapchat.
Yeah, immediate results. You don't put any thought into something and it gets like 500 views, whatever it is, if it's like a Snapchat or whatever.
Vine or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, that's not doing the work.
Right.
And that is not the way that you have a long-lasting career.
Right.
And that's why when they tried to make a movie with a bunch of Vine stars, it was the worst thing that has ever been made. It's not okay. It's like... Meanwhile, then like all of the best dramatic shows and movies are all going to British actors.
Right.
And it's like, why is that? Oh, because they take their craft seriously and they study for years and years and years and years and years. And even when they've gotten their diploma in acting, they still take classes and workshops and stuff. Oh, because it's a craft that needs to constantly be cultivated. Oh, imagine that. Oh, that's why they got the roles. Are you kidding me?
You should have done the guest rant today. That was fantastic.
I get so mad, and I just like, especially when, you know, everybody knows that so many muggles will be like, oh, I can be an actor, which is very annoying anyway. But then I feel like even within the community of actors, especially in Los Angeles, that kind of is happening where it's like, if we could just like round up all of the actors and the aspiring actors and just be like, show of hands, how many of you have gone to 4 years of theater school, intense training? Right. No? Okay, you guys leave. Raise your hand.
Gone. Okay, I'm gone.
It's just like, and it doesn't have to be that, but especially in comedy, you can get away with not having that intense training. But imagine if we all did actively do that much training.
Yeah.
Everything we made would be so much better.
Right. Yeah.
And comedy.
That was a great diatribe.
Yeah, and comedy you can like get away with lesser acting and it's not that noticeable. But just the other night I was watching The Night Of with my boyfriend, and we both were like, wow, when you watch a really good drama, it is like, holy shit, like, oh, that's acting.
Right.
But imagine if everyone was that caliber of acting in a comedy. For example, Alfred Molina is on Angie Tribeca.
Who's Alfred?
He is one of like he's just such a good actor. He's also British. He played Dr. Octopus.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
He's been in a bunch of great movies.
Yeah.
That's a real actor.
Yeah, he's great.
And then he is able to be a genius at comedy.
Right, yeah.
Because he's got that foundation.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone listening is going to hate me. I'm telling them the truth. No,
you're spitting
bullshit.
The truth.
And and if you are listening to this and you know that I'm kind of like calling you out, you're probably going to be more mad.
Right.
But take that anger and go train yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. There's tons of classes.
And the other thing is like, the other thing I can't stand right now that is, it's very frustrating. I see a lot of these posts on Facebook and stuff of these people like feeling bad for themselves and being like, I've been out here for X amount of years. I've done all these things and I haven't, booked a show or whatever. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and go train yourself.
Harness that. Make content. Do stuff.
Yeah, and it's like that. Everyone wants that immediate gratification. So instead of going to a legit acting school or a program, you don't actually have to go to college. There are classes out here that you can enroll in and always be in. Instead of doing that work, you're taking improv classes, which are great on top of training. Yeah. They allow you to be quick in the moment, which does help. I did book this role by doing about 5 times the improv that was on the page, even though we don't improv in the show. But I needed my foundation of acting to get the role. Of course. And the improv training is wonderful to help you think on your feet, to help you make choices as an actor. Right. But it's not acting training.
Right. Nobody's in an improv class yelling at you when you break during a scene or anything.
No, I was recently talking about this. My acting training, there were we did we tried to cover all the main schools, and each semester would be a different thing. But I remember there was one time where I had a scene with my scene partner, and the acting class is maybe 8 to 10 people in it. And the teacher thought we were not being truthful. So she had me do wall squats. So we're both across the room squatting against a wall at a 90-degree angle. I think I've heard somebody do this before, yeah. It's basically like you're sitting on a chair that's not there. Yeah. So your legs are in a 90-degree angle. You're pressed against the wall. Yeah. And we would have to go, I love you, across the room. And she would scream, lie! And we'd have to keep saying I love you until it was true. And your body is in pain. And when you get to that point, you finally reach a point where you're truthful. Right.